Hey guys, it's Murph, just back again with a short video on the Sur-Ron. So in my last video, I said, hey, is this the end of the modifications? You know, there's not much left I can do. I said I would like Fox suspension, but I just didn't want to pay the price. Because at the end of the day, the Sur-Ron costs $4,000 now. And if you go online and do a little research, it looks like the Storm B, the full-blown dirt bike, is going to be around 70-something hundred in the US. So at the end of the day, by the time you put all these mods on this bike, you might as well just buy a full-blown dirt bike. Or you can buy the KTM Freeride EXC, that's 10,000. You can buy, there's a couple other bikes. The Drill 1 is around 10,000 and it's more powerful. You guys get the picture. You can spend 7 to 10,000 and get a full, even from zero, you can get the FXS, which is like their dirt bike, the street version, or they have the dual sport version. Those are $10,000. So anyways, I don't mind buying all these mods, but when it gets real expensive, it kind of just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to tell you how I got my Fox suspension on the cheap, and I'll give you the breakdown. So when it comes to the rear shock, right after I made that video, I found the Fox float, and it's the X2. This is an older model. I think it's a 2018. So the newer models, they made some differences. They're a little bit better. I think they hold higher pressure up to 300 pounds. This one only does 250. I found this because the guy had made a really crappy listing, so nobody really wanted to bid on it. But I could tell from the picture, and it did say under the item details that it was a 10.5-inch shock. So I bought it. It was kind of a risky thing. It ended up being the right thing. And I sold my old shock for, I think, $150 or something like that. I got this one for $250 when I won the auction. So I got this for about $100, which is cheap. You can't beat that. The front suspension, also right around the time I made the video and got the rear shock, the last video, I found these. Now, this was on the Pros Closet. It's a website that sells downhill bike parts, just bike parts in general. They had a pair, these are Fox 40s. It's the Performance Elite version in all black, so they look good on the bike. They're 2018s, so the difference is they don't have the Grip 2 damper. They have the, the Fit 4 damper, and it's the one that only has low speed compression. But you could actually get a Grip 2 damper for $500 and put it in this and make it just like the brand new forks that come out. It'd basically be the same thing. But I figured it was good enough for me. I don't want all the adjustments anyway. I don't mind just the low speed compression, low speed rebound. Makes it simple enough. It's still a good fork, still 40 mil stanchions. The mistake I made was the crowns and the steering tube were cut too short for the Sur-Ron. And these crowns are hard to find in the steering tube. I got lucky. I found a guy at Reese, I think it's Reese Sports or something, Reese Racing. He makes these himself. I ordered one from him, so it came with a brand new steering tube uncut. I cut it to fit, and I sold the old steering tube for about the same price, believe it or not. The Fox steering tube, somebody I guess could use it on their forks, so that kind of canceled out that because it's just the steering tube and crowns were $200. Also from the Pros Closet, it was missing the brake line holder, which was $20 I think I bought it for, and it was missing the axle. That was like $50, but I overpaid for it. And then they also said it was a boost fork, which I don't think it is because my brake lines up perfectly without an adapter, so it must be just regular non-boost. So I got these for about $700, and then I sold my old fork for $450, I think it was. So not a bad deal. The crowns canceled themselves out because I sold the Fox crowns that it came with. I think they were like 150 millimeters long, so it was just too short. I bought the other stuff, so I only spent really a couple $100 and I got a pair of Fox forks. So it worked out. So I basically got Fox suspension on the cheap. If you're vigilant and you keep checking on eBay or online sellers that sell used stuff, you'll find the stuff. It's a lot better than buying a brand new set of Fox 40 forks. Is about, it's almost $2,000, and that shock I believe is around $600 to $700. So, you're talking $2,500 for suspension on a $4,000 bike. when you can just buy a full-blown dirt bike when it comes out for $7,000, if it ever comes out. That's the other thing. The Storm B, who knows when they'll release it. But I just wanted to do a short video and show you what I got and the examples. And I think the black forks turned out really good, so they match the bike. They're all black. Oh, and I bought the bumpers. It didn't come with bumpers, but that's not a big deal. I could have lived without them anyway. So I will see you guys in the next one.